So I would postulate this, that Mies could not have done the Barcelona Pavilion if the Robie house hadn't been built.
From a planning
perspective, because what Frank Lloyd Wright was doing was the hearth was the center, and the rooms were arranged around it in a spatial manner, and it reached out into the landscape in the same way that the Barcelona Pavilion, its walls reach beyond its roof and captures the outdoor areas in a very Wrightian way. I mean, you have to imagine or realize that Mies was obviously he was a huge fan of Frank Lloyd Wright, and the Wasmuth portfolio was revered. I mean, it was probably unknown in the United States, but it was revered in Europe because it had matriculated out to, Germany and France and England, and all the things that were happening with this strange new thing about modern architecture. They were looking at what Frank Lloyd Wright had started with, and they were building upon it. And so I would strongly argue that without Frank Lloyd Wright, Mies wouldn't have been successful. He couldn't have done the Barcelona Pavilion.
Because also that timing is crucial as well, because Frank Lloyd Wright being, 30, 40 years everyone's senior, he grew up in that very masonry, load-bearing wall condition because steel still really kind of wasn't out there, and so he instead kept the load-bearing wall as the asset, and then it freed up so much interior space based on the volumes and the pace he set up, and in that, then along comes Casa Domino, and then boom, you can actually blow out the walls. And then so, what's that spatial?
It's Maison Domino.
Maison Domino. Damn, close.
And Maison Citron. Maison Citron, Maison Domino.
Maison Domino. Oh, cool. Appreciate the correction.
I'm sorry, I don't mean that.
No. I mean, it's crucial to get stuff correct, But
so again, look at what Mies did. Frank Lloyd Wright designed everything about his buildings. He designed the furniture. I mean, look at what he did at the Johnson Wax factory. He designed all the furniture for it. Look at what he did at the Larkin building. He designed all the furniture for it. And so all of this was, the Larkin building was earlier, and so that was it wasn't part of the Wasmuth portfolio, but in the houses that he did, he still designed, many of the furniture pieces. Do you not think that Mies saw that and said, dude, I can do this as well? I mean, I can not just stop at buildings, but I can design furniture as well. And Mies really wasn't, he was part of the Bauhaus tradition, because he took over as the director of the Bauhaus in the latter years of it. In all of Gropius, which we'll talk about in our next session, all of the teachings of that school was, designing a complete and a complete environment that included furniture and fabrics and wall coverings and carpets and the buildings themselves, obviously. And so Mies bought into that, but I truly believe that his viewing of Frank Lloyd Wright's work, not only in Berlin, but also when he came to the United States, had a huge impact on his ability to design an environment that included furniture.
Because also not many architects were doing the building with the interiors completed. I mean, they might spec some furniture, but that's different than building it in or having it built specifically for this room, this house. what have you.